Hello and welcome back. We will be finishing today the second part of Lord Winklebottom Investigates. So I think where we left off was we just managed to get our friend Gilfrey the axolotl down into the bathtub out of the tube. We're about to perform an autopsy and we'll see where it goes. So let's jump straight in. I've got my cup of tea. I hope you have too, just like Mr. Frumple. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, here he is. Here's our friend and our cup of tea. So let's check him out.
Poor Gilfrey. How sad he should end up like this. I suppose we should search the body for clues.
Looks like there's something in his pocket. We should probably take a look. I'll need to perform an autopsy as soon as possible too.
Let's try to do this as quickly as we can. I don't like to think of him just lying here in the bathtub like this.
You know, this sort of reminds me of that case we had in Yorkshire a few years back. Remember that? Hogfellow was murdered by being pushed down a hill in a bathtub. Last of the summer swine, the press called it.
Shall we get on, Frumple?
Jeepers. Alright, what was in
We
his
should
pockets?
check his pockets.
Only thing he has on him is a key by the looks of it. Nothing else here.
Ooh, a key. Will that let us into the attic? I hope so. Okay, so what do we need for the autopsy?
Right then, I suppose you'll need to perform this autopsy.
Trouble is I don't have all my equipment. Wasn't expecting to need it. At the very least I'll need a knife, some needle and thread and some kind of apron to protect myself. Have to ask around, I suppose.
Okay, so we need a knife, needle and thread. Just writing this in my notebook because I'm bound to forget. And an apron. Oh, imagine Frumple in an apron with his cup of tea. So cute. All right, let's head out, see where that key goes. Back here.
Well, that was a most eventful night.
Quite so, old boy.
Hopefully our call got through to the police on the mainland, though I don't hold out much hope in that regard.
Our first priority should be the autopsy. I'll need to go and have a look at the body.
Good lord, what was that? It sounded like it came from the drawing room. We must investigate.
Let's investigate. Is it Constance again?
Somebody please come quickly!
It's Miss Gilfrey again. Hurry, Frumple.
Oh, Lord Winklebottom, Dr. Frumple, thank goodness you're here. I just came back this morning and I discovered this horrific mess.
What a disgusting sight. What on earth is it?
I do believe it's Mr. Pumphrey, the gardener.
Whatever could have happened to
Oh
him?
god, he
Poor chap
completely
was swimming
dissolved.
daft in salt water. Deadly to certain invertebrates, you know.
Salt water? Why would salt water be running through the pipes in here?
I need some fresh air. You'll find me outside if you need me.
Poor Sluggy.
Oh, look at this!
Ah, Miss Price! You gave me quite the start. I didn't notice you coming in.
Story of my life. This is fascinating, though. I'd heard this could happen to slugs, but I've never witnessed it before. Oh, I would like to study it.
Bit grim.
Yeah.
Poor Mr. Pumphrey.
I say,
Yeah.
you don't think this had anything to do with us messing around with that water system, do you?
Oh, I don't suppose so. No. On balance, I'm certain this was just a terrible but entirely unrelated accident.
Gosh. Alright. Interesting. So poor Mr. Pumphrey completely dissolved. That's not very nice. What a way to go, eh? We needed, what was it, an apron? Okay, where is our friend? Let's try the kitchen. Beryl. Here she is. Does she have an apron?
Ah, Miss Clutterbuck, I wonder if you might be able to lend us your apron for a short time.
I think not, my lord. I'd be lost without it. Give me a minute and I'll get you one of my spares, though. There you are, my lord. You can keep this one. It never did me any good in any case.
Oh my. Here, Frumple, you can keep hold of this. Thank you, Miss Clutterbuck.
Oh, we can't see it. What's up with that? Okay. Needle and thread. Well, the dame has the haberdashery.
Dame Seagully's haberdashery bag. Knitting, sewing, wool, threads and such like.
Go on then, pinch a needle and thread while she's not looking.
Dr. Reginald Frumple, I'm appalled. We must ask her if we wish to borrow her belongings.
Like you asked when you made off with that dead chap's tie, you mean?
Can we ask? Oh, she won't hear us, will she?
Greetings, madam.
I say, what? I say, speak up. Oh, you young people do mumble so.
I said...
No, it's no good. I can't hear you. I can't talk to you if you're not going to speak clearly.
Daft old bird, she needs her ears syringing if you ask me.
Okay, so we could ask her about the sewing kit, but is it even worth it if she can't hear us? Maybe we'll hold off for now.
What did you say?
And we'll check out... We'll check out the attic room. So let's use the key.
Well, we have a key and we have a locked door. It would be most remiss of us not to at least attempt to use one with the other.
Well, go on then. Stop wittering on and just try it.
Oh, very well.
Yay! Let's have a look. Ooh, what's this? A Bible?
Frumple, somebody seems to have dropped a book.
Anything good? I like that one where animals from space came down in weird two-legged walking machines, then caught rabies and died. Very exciting.
No, actually, it appears to be a prayer book. We should return it to its rightful owner. Strange that it would be here, mind you.
Can we open the door?
No luck, I'm afraid. The door appears to be jammed shut.
I swear I can hear movement inside, though. I say, you in there. I insist you open this door at once. Well, I'm out of ideas. We need to force it open somehow.
Right, so let's go talk to the priest. We can hand him the Bible, ask him about it. Is this his?
I wonder, is this prayer book yours, perhaps?
Oh, goodness, yes. I've been looking for that all morning. Wherever did you find it?
Rather curiously, we found it behind a locked door leading up to the attic.
Oh my, well, that is most strange. I really can't account for that at all. Most strange indeed.
Nonetheless, I'm glad I was able to return it to you.
What's he hiding? Does he have anything more to say? No.
Well, goodbye for now.
God be with you.
Interesting. Well, we've got the map. What do we need? The map. Yeah, let's check outside.
Well, the rain appears to have cleared up at least. This will make exploring the rest of the island rather easier.
Yes, wouldn't have wanted to go out in that storm. My tea would have been watered down something rotten.
So you got anything? No. No, we've asked those things.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay. Let's explore the island. Ooh, where do we want to go first? Let's visit the crypt, and then we'll work our way down. Let's have a look. Before we talk to them, let's look at all these graves.
Tarquin Bernard Flopsy III, 1865 to 1908, survived by his loving wife, 38 daughters and 42 sons. May he rest in peace.
Oh my god, could you imagine having that many children? I mean, they are rabbits, but still. Oof.
A chap named Wilfred Pex is apparently buried
Pex.
here. The grave of a Julia Zizou.
Oh, I wonder if any of these are like the game developers' pets or like past pets or something.
Percival Flabbernacle.
That'd be cute. That'd be
1808
sweet.
to 1905. May
Oh,
blob be with
Flabbernacle.
him. How
Oh,
curious.
a blobfish.
This appears to be the grave of one Brutus Nibbler.
Brutus. Whose grave's
For
this?
those we've lost, there are a number of names here. Here's one, Linda Lee Peck.
Okay. What's in here? Ethelberta Gilfrey. Oh, so this is Constance's mum. Let's have a look.
Ethelberta's grave, you can tell how much he revered her.
Don't much fancy being buried myself. Shoved into a tiny wooden box in the cold and darkness. No, I had enough of that getting over here, thank you very much.
Let me look at those. Bertram Flumps. Percy Tinkle. Dinky Little. Oh, we used to have a duck when I was younger, when we were kids. And we got her some eggs one time. One of those eggs hatched, and we named the little baby Dinky. So Dinky Little, that's sweet. Vines.
I'm surprised Gilfrey let it get into this state. Something must have been troubling him. Must try and tidy it up for the old chap.
Can we use the knife?
This trusty knife will surely slice through these vexatious vines.
I say, Winklebottom, just imagine if we hadn't found that knife. Worth its weight in gold, that thing.
It has been. We've used it so many times. Is there anything else in here we can do? Not really. Oh, okay, so we have vines we can use. Let's chat to Constance, her family.
Perhaps we could discuss your family. What can you tell us about your mother?
Mother and I were great pals, Lord Winklebottom. We had such laughs, often at Father's expense. The house was so full of joy before.
I was so very sorry to hear of Ethelberta's death.
The house wasn't the same after that. I had to get away, you understand? I just couldn't bear it. But now I've returned, and Father is...
Dreadful business. Just dreadful.
Let's talk about her dad. Poor
Had
poor
you
duck.
seen your father recently?
No, not for some time. I was so looking forward to seeing him again, introducing him to Winslet. But alas...
Thank you, miss. Farewell, Miss Gilfrey.
Should we talk to Sir Winslet? Has he got anything else to say? Yeah, his
Tell us
family.
more about this business with your family.
Not much to tell. I wanted to get a decent job and they didn't approve. Just wanted me to swan around the estate all day. Not my style, old thing. I mean, I like to enjoy myself as much as the next chap, but one has to try to make a difference, don't you think?
Wish I didn't have to have a job. My life would be much easier without all the bloody sick people badgering me all day.
So they disowned you. Seems a trifle harsh.
Well, quite, old thing. Families, eh, Winklebottom? More belly trouble than they're worth. We'd be better off without them. Oh, sorry, Constance.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so what do we need the vines for? Let's check the forest. Is this like a maze type situation?
I do believe we're...
Okay. Maybe...
I'm not sure this is the...
Oh god, now we're lost.
This forest is...
Oh, how do we get out?
Thank goodness for that.
Oh.
This way leads out of the forest.
Okay, so maybe we need to know a little bit more. And looks like we can't get to the lighthouse until we get through the forest. So maybe we'll get more information about how to get through here. But we can visit the jetty, so let's visit the jetty. Aw, Salty. Where are you off to?
Trumbull, it's Mr. Walters.
Let me be. I'm not sticking around this place for a minute longer.
Can we just let him leave like this?
Who's going to stop me? You soft-bellied landlubbers?
It's okay, Frumple. Walters clearly wasn't here when Gilfrey was killed. We can let him leave.
Drunk had barely got us here in one piece, probably drowned before he reaches the mainland. Still, it's his own funeral, I suppose.
I'll have you know that I be as sober as a judge. After what I saw last night, I'm giving up drink for life.
Well, goodbye then, Mr. Walters, and good luck.
Alright. Let's go along the beach.
Good
Who's
grief,
this?
Frumple. Who on earth is this poor unfortunate?
Oh, as I live and breathe. It's Lord Winklebottom. Oh, am I glad to see you, sir.
Inspector Culver.
Peach.
What on earth happened to you?
We got your call, Winklebottom. So I got here as quick as I could. I've come to help, sir.
You don't look like you're in any state to do that right now. How on earth did you get here?
It wasn't easy, sir. Couldn't get a boat. Only a madman would try to sail through that storm.
Well, quite. Hold on a minute. You don't mean...
That's right, sir. I flew here, all the way from Special Branch. Now, if you don't mind, sirs, I'm starting to feel a bit
Poor old bird has passed out. Come on, Frumple, let's get him back to the mansion to rest.
Poor chap.
Right, well, we got him settled down. We should go back and check on him later.
Right, we'll let him rest. Is there anything else along the beach? Oh, driftwood? Where's that come
Some
from?
driftwood is floating out on the sea. This might be useful if I could reach it.
Honestly, the one thing you should be good at is reaching things at a distance.
I'm not far off, but I need a bit more reach. Some kind of long pole would do the trick if it had something on the end to hook in the wood. If only I hadn't lost that boat hook earlier.
Can we repurpose the axe? We'll check the cave out and we'll see. Oh, a submarine. Oh, and some barrels. Let's have a look at the barrels.
Some old barrels. They seem to be sealed shut, though there's what looks like gunpowder around the bottom of them. Too damp to use, I'd wager. Maybe the stuff inside would be dry.
How do we get in there? What about this? Oh, what about the lake?
A great lake inside the cavern. This must connect to the sea outside.
No good for wallowing then.
Submarine?
Good Lord, Frumple, look at this. It's Gilfrey's submarine vessel. He used this for his expeditions, made some fantastic voyages of discovery.
Too lazy to swim, I suppose.
I rather think he's built for streams and rivers rather than whole oceans, to be fair.
Oh, well, yes, I suppose that's a reasonable excuse.
Alright, let's go and grab... We'll see if we can grab the axe.
You know, I feel like this axe might come in useful again.
Yay!
I suppose there's no harm in taking it out now.
Wait, just let me move out of the way first. I don't want to be anywhere near this lash up after the last time you touched it.
See? Perfectly safe. I think.
So let's go and grab... Is there anything else we can do while we're here? Vines... not really. Back to the cave. Well, back to the driftwoods. Then back to the cave. Can we use this? Oh, look at his little ears go.
Yes, I can pull a driftwood in towards the shore.
And you almost did it without dropping that antique axe into the drink too. Almost.
Almost. Okay, so can we make some
now
sort
I can
of...
bind this driftwood together with the vines. Yes, that
Yeah.
makes a most satisfactory plan.
Can we get into the submarine now?
This driftwood plank will make an ideal makeshift bridge over to the ship. There, perfect.
Oh yes, this will definitely hold the combined weight of a giraffe and a hippo. Absolutely no danger here.
A little faith, my friend.
Yeah. For once, Frumple makes sense. But let's go to the submarine. We have an organ.
How marvellous. A pipe organ inside a submarine. Gilfrey was quite the polymath. Frumple, you play the piano. Would you like to give this a try?
Well, I'm sure I could play it, but I'm not really in the mood at the moment.
What's this then?
Look, Frumple, there's a book of music on the organ. Perhaps you could
Yes,
play
play
one of
that
these.
song.
No, I don't think so. Don't really care for any of them.
You've not even looked.
Well, even so. Maybe if you have a particular request, I could treat you to a performance.
Alright, let's read the logbook.
Notes about the times the vessel has been taken out. Nothing particularly recent as far as I can tell. Times, dates, coordinates, that sort of thing.
All a load of bloody gibberish to me. Oh, I say, the last page has a note written on it.
My dearest Ethelberta, a reminder that should you need to open the safe in my absence, you have only to play our tune.
Fellow has a safe then. Best look into that. Always some good clues in safes. Quite a lot of good that note does us though. How do we know what their tune was? Fella could have been a bit more explicit.
I rather suspect that was the point. Anyway, we don't know, but somebody else might. We'll need to find out where this safe is too. Maybe one of the staff would be able to help there.
What else have we got? Can we click on... No. Let's have a look out the window.
It's a bit murky down here, though I rather fancy I can see something or someone moving out there.
I suppose some aquatic fellow might be living down here. Doesn't appeal to me. How would you ever make a cup of tea underwater?
Let me have a
Exactly.
closer look. I say, Frumple, old thing, there looks to be a chap in a spot of bother out here.
Oh, an octopus. The one from the map. Oh, crowbar. A crowbar. That'll come in handy.
I suppose they kept this round in case it was needed to unstick a valve or something.
Could have done with that earlier.
Well, we have it now, that's the main thing.
What about the airlock? Do we need that?
Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to hold my breath for long periods of time. If I'm going out there, I'll need a way to breathe.
Okay. Anything else? Can we go down the stairs?
I say, I wonder where this goes.
I suspect it leads down to the engine. Probably just machinery and such like down there. In any case, there's a red rope blocking our path. We really mustn't cross it.
Oh no, quite so. Unconscionable. Unthinkable.
Probably for the best, truth be told. Our record when it comes to operating machinery we don't fully understand is not entirely spotless.
Okay. So, with the crowbar, can we open the barrels?
Let's give this a go then.
Wait, this might be dangerous. Let me stand back first, then you can do it.
Thank you for your concern, my friend.
Well, look at that. It's full of gunpowder.
Can we take
You know,
some?
I'm not actually that inclined to just shovel a hooful of gunpowder directly into my pocket.
Could we put some in the envelope?
I'm going to take a small quantity of gunpowder in this envelope.
Blimey, I'm going to keep my distance for a bit. Don't want to get myself all blown up if you drop the stuff.
Thanks, Frumple. Alright. We've still got the crowbar though, so that's handy. What could we use it for? Maybe the attic door that's stuck but not locked? Let's see. Can we use it there?
A little elbow grease is all that's needed for this, I think.
Giraffes don't have elbows, do they?
Well, either way, this seems to be doing the job.
Yay! Let's go in.
Hello?
Oh.
Is anybody in here?
I'm sure I heard movement. I say, come out and show yourself, you bounder.
Who is it? Who
I
is it?
can't see. No. Wait, over there. There's somebody heading towards us.
The butler!
Very, very slowly. Greetings. I am Lord Winklebottom, and this is my associate, Dr. Frumple. You, I take it, are Ambrose, the butler.
Oh, thank heavens you found me, my lord. I've been trapped up here all night.
What the blazes happened to you, old thing?
Oh, some ne'er-do-well shut me in after I disturbed them snooping around up here.
Tell us, who was it?
I do apologise, my lord, but I'm not feeling too well after my ordeal. Would you be so kind as to let me rest a while before I talk about it?
Oh, not at all, old chap. We shall come and see you in the servants' quarters presently.
Very good, my lord. Thank you.
That's disappointing. I was hoping we'd find a criminal up here or something.
Maybe we have.
What, the butler did it? Rather unlikely, what?
Just once I'd like it to be the case, though.
Yeah. Tape?
Some tape used for sealing up boxes and such like.
What about the trunk? Collection of junk? Anything
This
good?
trunk is full of various knickknacks, trinkets, old tools and so on. Let me just check through the tools. Yes, there's a small screwdriver in here. I'll take this.
Ooh, now we can talk to the lady, because we can get the gramophone trumpet off. Handy. Anything else?
This trunk is full of various knickknacks, trinkets, old tools and so
Oh,
on.
okay.
I can't take all of it. Maybe if there's
that's it.
something specific I needed.
That hat, though. Could you imagine that hat on our friend Frumple? So cute. Buckets? No. Can we take the broom? No. Oh, well, we'll have a look at the machine.
There's some kind of contraption under this sheet.
Is it a peep show?
Now, what's under here, I wonder?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I say.
My word, what on earth is it? And what has you so uncharacteristically blithesome, my friend?
Don't you know what this is? It's one of those machines for showing, well, you know.
I honestly have no idea.
It shows pictures, photographs, you know, of animals. Animals who aren't wearing any.
Any what?
Well, anything. At all. They're completely undressed. Or so I'm told. I never thought I'd actually see one of these in person.
How absolutely ghastly.
Can we use it?
Doesn't
We
seem
might
to
need
do
a
anything.
coin.
I think it needs a coin to operate it.
I'm sure we can find a coin or two around the place somewhere.
Well, we know where there are coins in the study. Let's have a look. What? Stolen?
I say, weren't there some old coins here before?
I'll say they were. Some ruddy bounder has made off with the lot.
Yes. What a thief. Ah. Well, we have the small screwdriver, so let's get the ear trumpet. There we go.
This screwdriver fits perfectly. Ah, yes, here we are.
Looks like you've come up trumps. Hey.
God. Frumple's humour, so good. He should really host the Golden Globes or something. Let's give her the trumpet.
Perhaps this trumpet would help with your hearing.
How dare you!
No, madam.
Now you're just mumbling, you young reprobate. Look, why don't you give me that trumpet you're holding so I can hear you better?
What did... She's stolen the coins. Oh my god. Your bill.
I have reason to believe you might have accidentally placed a quantity of coins into your bill.
Oh my word! However did these get here? Well, perhaps you should take them, darling, and let us not make any further mention of it.
Ugh, they're all wet. Here, Frumple, you're more used to bodily fluids than I. You keep these, and I'll just take the one we need.
Oh, charming.
Sewing kit?
I wonder if you might borrow your sewing kit.
Well, I suppose so. Just as long as you return it. Take what you need from my bag.
Don't think the old bird will want it back after I've been using it to serve the body.
It seems to me,
Theft.
Dame, that you're making something of a habit of purloining items that don't belong to you.
Yes.
And you're a damn thief.
Oh, darling, it's true, it's true. I just can't help myself. So many pretty, shiny things. They'd be happier with me, don't you think? I'm doing it for them.
I see.
Oh.
It's really not acceptable behaviour, though.
Everybody's allowed one dirty little habit, aren't they, darlings? It's such a little thing, really. They made such a fuss about it.
They?
The theatre owners said I'd ruined the play. It was the meerkats of Venice. Well, how was I to know they needed all three of those silly boxes? I left them one, but the others were so sparkly. I just had to have them, darlings. I had to.
You mean you stole props in the middle of the play? I take it they fired you.
Yes, darling. They replaced me. Replaced me! And it was all hush-hush, of course, but I didn't work in theatre again. These days I'm lucky to get booked for a cabaret night at the Darby and Joan Club.
Most distressing, I'm sure.
To think my career would meet such an ignoble end. Oh, darlings, you should have seen me in my prime. I did all the greats. Shakespeare, the primates of Penzance, Waiting for Doggo. Oh, I was marvellous, darlings. Simply marvellous.
I've just noticed she has feathers in her hat and she's wearing a feather boa. Are they her feathers that she's coloured and put on her outfit, or is she wearing another bird's feathers? And if that's the case, Is that like me wearing like human hair or something else? I don't know. I guess we're not meant to think about it that hard, but it's a little macabre. Although birds do
Celia.
just lose feathers naturally. We don't have to pluck them from them. But yeah. So we've got the needle and thread, we've got the apron, and we have the knife. So, can we do the autopsy? Let's go. Let's have a look. In the bathroom. Feel free. Let's go.
Right then, I suppose you'll need to perform this autopsy.
Let's see what was funny about the apron.
Right, I'll just get ready.
Oh, kiss the cook. Oh.
I'm not really sure about this apron. Oh well, here we go then.
Does that mean
Is that it?
Yeah, it's all done. He was murdered, all right. Saltwater poisoning. Somebody must have tainted the water in his pipe network.
And salt water would kill him.
Yes, he's a freshwater animal. Couldn't survive in salt.
Can you estimate the time of death?
Poor chap probably only died shortly before the maid found him, but the salt could have been put into the system hours earlier. There's no way to know when the killer struck.
So we know how he was killed, but not when. That makes it hard to nail down a suspect. If it could have been done at any time, anybody could have done it. Blast!
Time for a bit of detective work then. Talk to suspects, fill up the old notebook, what?
Indeed, there's a villain on this island, and it's up to us to bring him, or her, to justice. Come, Frumple, the game is a hoof.
game is a hoof? Yeah. Does this mean, because the maid said didn't do me any good, so was she in love with our axolotl friend there? Maybe. Oh, poor Beryl. Alright, what have we got? We got the screwdriver still, the old coin, so we could go look on the peep show. So let's go up and have a look, and we'll go talking to everybody.
I'll just pop this in here and...
It's working. It's working. Let me see, dash it all. I say,
Frumple.
there's a nude fellow in a bath. You know, he looks somewhat familiar.
Frumple was very excited for that. Oh, it's our reverend friend. So well, that explains why the Bible was on the way up.
Well,
Well, I'll be jiggered.
I think perhaps we should endeavour to never watch that again. Ever.
Yeah, it's quite so, old thing. Quite so.
Frumple doesn't seem too convinced. So, should we start with our reverend friend?
Ah, Reverend, there's something rather delicate I wish to discuss with you. Quiet, Frumple.
What is it, my son?
Well, that is to say...
You were in a dirty movie.
Ah, bugger. I just knew it had come out at some point.
You don't deny it.
Would that I could, but no. I feared Gilfrey had discovered my secret. I suppose that's why we're all here, so he can reveal the terrible truth to the world.
Surely not. Gilfrey wouldn't do something like that.
And why shouldn't he? Maybe he felt that it was the right thing to do, or maybe he was going to ask for money to keep my secret. In any event, perhaps I should be punished for my sordid past. I needed the money, you see. I was young and foolish.
The old church roof again. Couldn't you run a tombola or something?
I hadn't taken up the cloth then, you understand. In fact, in many regards, this is my way of atoning for that sin.
Well, don't worry, Reverend. Your secret is safe with us.
Oh, is it? That's a shame. Blasted funny story.
Oh, Frumple.
Reverend, could we talk about the incident? What can you tell us about the incident last night?
Alas, not a jot. I arrived here and went to my room for some peace and quiet before the big event. By the time I came down, poor Gilfrey had already passed.
You saw nothing unusual.
I wish I could help you, but no, I'm afraid I did not.
Well, goodbye for now, Reverend.
God be with you, my son.
Well, he seemed to be telling the truth. Let's ask our chameleon friend.
If we could talk about the incident for a moment. What can you tell us about Gilfrey's death?
Nothing, I'm afraid. I wasn't in the mansion at the time. I live elsewhere on the island. I prefer the solitude. It allows me to focus on my work.
How was your relationship with Gilfrey?
I was very grateful to him for offering me work. Many people aren't quite so open-minded, you know.
You don't know of anybody who would wish him harm.
Not at all. He wasn't exactly outgoing, at least in the time I knew him.
But you got along with him well.
As well as could be expected. Like most people, he underestimated me. I'm capable of far more than the work he allowed me to do, Mr. Winklebottom. But I'm used to being underappreciated.
Aw.
Because you're, you know.
Indeed. Not the sort of
You
work
know.
a woman is supposed to do, don't you know? I have to work twice as hard as the others for a quarter of the recognition.
Most frustrating, I'm sure.
And on top of that, I can't even get a lab coat my size with pockets in it. It's just infuriating.
Yeah, I feel the struggle. Let's ask her about
Tell
her
us a
work.
bit about your work.
Oh, have we already?
It's hard to know where to begin, really.
Oh.
It was very varied. Archaeology, historical research, even paleontology. Gilfrey had found a lot of very interesting artifacts over the years.
And you were cataloguing them all?
I wasn't just his secretary, if that's what you were implying. I studied them, made notes, performed tests to determine age and so on. We were doing solid research.
Recent discoveries?
Had you made any significant discoveries recently? Could that be what Gilfrey was planning to announce?
No,
maybe.
nothing out of the ordinary. Certainly nothing that would be of interest to the general public.
Could we perhaps take a look at your notes to see if there's anything that stands out?
I'm afraid not. Mr. Gilfrey took them and I don't know where he put them. I'd be very grateful to have them back if you happen to find them.
Interesting.
Thank you, Miss Price.
What a view. Look at that. Oh, wouldn't that be a dream, having a mansion on an island and just having that as your view? Oh, to be rich. To be a rich axolotl with a duck wife. Let's speak to the ladies in here
Madam,
about the incident.
about the incident.
Gilfrey.
How well did you know Gilfrey?
Aristotle, not well. I knew dear Ethelberta for many years, almost since I was a Creer. I remember she was so excited when Aristotle proposed to her. He always seemed such a kind soul.
Then you don't know why anyone would have done him in?
Gracious, no. Please find out what caused this terrible tragedy, Lord Winklebottom. I fear his soul will not rest until you do.
What happened?
What do you know about the incident?
I have tried to speak to the spirits, but there is a veil over these events. All is cloudy to me.
A load of rot.
Rumple, do be polite.
Oh, maybe you're right, Doctor. Recently, I find myself wondering if my powers are real after all. Perhaps it's all in my head.
You're doubting your abilities.
I might not be the only one. Think about it. An animal of science brought me here. Maybe he didn't believe either. Maybe he planned to put me to the test. If he did, I don't know that I would have passed.
Thank you for your time, madam.
Let's ask our pelican friend about the incident.
Now, about the incident.
Gilfrey.
What can you tell us about Gilfrey?
I don't know him at all. No idea why he invited me. Truth be told, when I saw that journalist, my blood ran cold.
Why?
A lady has secrets, darling. Things she might want to keep away from her adoring public. I was worried Gilfrey might have discovered something about me and was planning on sharing it with the world.
So that's 3 people who think he might be exposing them. Is that a red herring? Or is that Maybe.
Do you know anything about what happened?
Not a thing, darling. I hid away in here when I arrived. It gets so tiresome being in public, you know. So many questions, demands for autographs and all that.
Well, since you mention it, I have a piece of paper here. Maybe you could...
Rumpel, this is not the time.
That's it.
Farewell, Dame Celia.
Interesting. Let's go into the hallway. Let's talk to Beryl, then we'll talk to the butler.
Turning to the incident then.
Gilfrey.
Are you aware of anybody who might have had a grudge against Gilfrey?
Well, my lord, Pumphrey seemed most vexed of late. Said he overheard the master discussing getting rid of somebody on the telephone. He thought it was him because of an incident in the vegetable garden. But I'm sure it wasn't. I can't think what he overheard.
I love her so much.
Please tell us in detail what you know about the incident.
Well, my lord, as you know, I discovered the master dead a short while before you arrived. The other guests were here, and I'd been helping them to their rooms. I went to find the master, and there he was. Dead. Oh, it was horrible.
And you didn't see anything strange before that?
Well, at the time, I thought it odd that Ambrose wasn't helping with the guests. Oh, but I never dreamed he'd been locked up there in the attic all that time.
Interesting. The safe.
I wonder if you could tell us where Gilfrey's safe is located.
Safe? Oh, no, my lord. The master doesn't have a safe.
But he must.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I'm afraid not. If he did, then he kept it a secret from me.
Well, this is most disappointing, I must say.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Clutterbuck.
Well, let's go talk to the butler. Oh, Pidge, is he okay?
Well, he seems dead to the world. How does he seem to you, Frumple?
Poor fellow is knackered. He'll be right as rain after a bit of rest, though. We should leave him be.
Oh, he's so cute. Let's talk to our butler. What happened?
Tell me about how you got trapped in the attic.
Well, sure, it was like this. I was in the attic sorting through a few of the master's belongings. It's awful messy up there, so I've taken it upon myself to do a spot of spring cleaning.
Go on.
Well, sure, while I was tidying, somebody else came in and started rooting through the boxes. It's dark up there, so they didn't notice me at first.
Who was it?
Well, alas, that I can't tell you, sir. Much as they didn't see me, I couldn't see very much of them.
Most unfortunate.
Anyway, I must have made a sound because I startled them. I tried to give chase, but they ran out the door, slamming it shut. Must have done some damage because it got jammed.
The rotter locked the door at the bottom of the stairs, too.
I suppose they must have thought old Ambrose here saw them and wanted to keep him out of the way, at least for a short while. But what were they looking for, I wonder?
Yeah.
Ambrose,
Gilfrey?
I regret to inform you that your master is deceased.
I know, sir. Miss Clutterbuck was kind enough to break the news to me.
Do you have any idea who the rotter might be?
Alas, no, sir. My master was a kind soul. It's hard to imagine anybody wishing him harm.
Oh, about the safe.
We have
Do
reason
you
to
know?
believe there may be a safe in the house somewhere.
No, my lord. Leastways, not as far as I'm aware. The master kept his paperwork in his study, but there's no safe in there.
Well, this is frustrating. I mean, just what is the point of a combination if we don't have the safe to go along with it?
Yeah. Okay. So we've got the combination, but sort of. But we have no idea where this safe is. Alright.
Thank you, Ambrose.
So... Oh, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. What's this?
I say, I didn't notice these before. They must have got disturbed with all the comings and goings in here.
Let me see. Huh. They're a load of hoof-written letters. Look like pretty
Hoof-written?
soppy stuff to me. My dearest A, blah blah, secret love, blah blah, BC. Who's BC?
Well, we know a B at least. These letters seem a touch one-sided, and if they are from who I suspect, then it looks like they weren't ever actually given to A.
Oh, we were right. She is in love, so let's just speak to her. Oh, Beryl. Letters.
This might be a touch awkward, but we discovered some letters under your bed.
My lord, you didn't read them, did you?
And how? So you're B then? And I take it old Aristotle Gilfrey was A.
Oh, my lord, I didn't mean anybody to see those letters. They're just a silly old goat's idle fantasy. The master was kind, but never showed me any interest.
And you wished him to?
More than anything, my lord. But it wasn't his way. He was still devoted to the mistress, and nobody would have changed that. Especially not somebody like me, I suppose.
Oh, Beryl.
Turning to the incident then.
Yes.
Miss Clutterbuck, it strikes me you might have had a somewhat uneasy relationship with the victim.
Oh, no, sir. The master was very kind to me.
Not as kind as you'd have liked, though.
From Paul.
I suppose I can't blame him. A person in his position couldn't be seen with somebody like me. It just wouldn't be proper.
Well, quite so.
I fancy I might have resented him for it a bit. Oh, my lord. If only things had been different.
Did you ever discuss this with him? Perhaps he might have felt the same way you did.
Oh, my lord. I just couldn't. Oh, the shame of it.
Thank you, Miss Clutterbuck.
Oh. So she was in love with her master. We've spoken to everybody in here. Spoke that. Okay. Outside we go. Let's speak to Toad of Toad Hall. Toad Spode. Spode Toad. Papers.
Have you finished sorting through Gilfrey's paperwork? Did you find everything you needed?
Well, not everything. There were some papers missing. If you find any of his documents or such like, do let me know.
But like what? What papers? What are we looking for? Sounds a bit sus.
Perhaps we should discuss the incident.
Gilfrey.
Do you have any idea who would want to kill poor Gilfrey?
Not a clue, old thing. Not a clue.
He had no legal problems, nothing that could suggest a motive?
Nothing that I knew about, and I would have known.
How about the old will? There's always a big kerfuffle about the will in cases like this, at least in my experience.
Nothing out of the ordinary. With his wife dead, just about everything goes to Constance.
Just about everything?
Oh, there was an amount set aside for the staff, to ensure they were well looked after. Not enough to kill for, though.
And what can you tell us about what happened to Gilfrey?
Hard to say, old thing. I mean, there was no shortage of folks coming and going, so it really could have been anybody. Quite the collection of characters, I think you'll agree.
You don't know anybody else here?
Not one of them. I've known Gilfrey for years, but not socially. I just dealt with his legal matters.
Interesting. Well, we didn't
Thank
learn
you,
very
Mr.
much
Spode.
there. Let's go speak to Constance and the cat. Family crypt.
If we could discuss the incident last night. Do you know anything about the circumstances of Gilfrey's death?
Not a jot, old thing. I mean, any one of us could have done it, couldn't we? People coming and going for this big event. I say, it could even have been you. Or Dr. F here.
How dare you, sir? I'm a doctor. I would never.
Steady on, old thing. He was just making a point.
Yeah.
How well did you know Admiral Gilfrey?
Never met the fellow. I mean, Connie has talked about him, of course, but we never actually met.
So you don't know who might have wanted to kill him?
Not a clue, old thing. Isn't it usually a family thing? Inheritance and all that?
Alas, his only family is poor Miss Gilfrey. And you, once you're married, of course.
Right, yes, I suppose so. If he'd allowed the marriage, of course. I don't think the old boy approved of me, truth be told. Like my own family, I suppose. I say, you're not suggesting we had anything to do with this, are you?
I'm not suggesting anything at the moment, sir.
Yeah. Seems like he's suggesting it more than Winkles. Let's just keep
Mr.
asking
Spode
about the
mentioned
inheritance.
Constance's inheritance. It would be rather
Yes.
substantial, I believe.
Oh, rather. I mean, jolly rotten luck and all, but she'll be a rich woman now.
And you a rich man if you're to marry her.
I say, well, that's a fine thing, isn't it? Dashed rude of you, old thing. What exactly are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything, just pointing out the facts.
Well, you can get that idea out of your head right away. The nerve of you. I mean, really, it's just too much.
That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Let's talk to Constance. Your family.
Perhaps we could discuss your family.
The tune.
Do you happen to know if there's a particular tune or song your parents used to enjoy together?
Why, yes, there is, as a matter of fact. A song called Waddling in the Moonlight. Mother used to play it on the organ. I haven't thought about that for years.
Thank you, miss.
What about a safe?
Yeah,
Do you know about a
recently,
safe?
Your father might have owned a safe.
Oh, that's right, he did.
I say, we've been over every blasted inch of that house and I've not seen one anywhere.
You wouldn't, Dr. Frumple. Father hid it. It's behind a painting in the drawing room.
Oh, the
you won't get
parrot.
into it, though. Even I don't know how it opens. Father wouldn't go near it when others were in the room.
So how do you know about it?
One time, when I was just a duckling, I snuck into the room while he had the safe open. He didn't see me, thank goodness. I don't think even the staff know it's there. I can't
No.
imagine what he kept in it.
Thank you, Miss Gilfrey.
Secrets.
Most interesting. Farewell, Miss Gilfrey.
So we got tape, screwdriver, dust sheet, crowbar. How will we get to that octopus? Can we talk to him? Let's have a look.
Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to hold my breath for long periods of time. If I'm going out there, I'll need a way to breathe.
Way to breathe. Okay. So we've got the diving thing. Do we need that and maybe like a hose? Can we do that? Because we keep seeing the hose, but we can't do anything with it yet. So maybe we can. Let's see if we can grab the diving helmet now. Can we take?
I don't really think this diving suit would fit me.
Ah.
A diving suit, used by Gilfrey to remain out of his tube system for long periods. It looks like the helmet can be removed.
So we need to get out there. Why won't it let it take it?
Maybe this will
Oh.
help get a better view under that lake.
We
You
just
can't
needed
just
to
stick
have
it
a
on
look
your
at
head,
it
though, you
first.
know? You'll need to make a seal somehow.
Yes, and figure out a way to breathe.
Is it even going to fit over that whacking great conch of yours?
Do we need
I'll
to...
use the tape when I connect something else.
Okay, so let's grab the tube, the hose, and the orangery.
Seems that I might have a use for this after all.
Good. So let's do that.
I can use this packing tape to attach the hose pipe to the helmet.
Yeah.
The pipe will let me breathe, but it won't fit over my snout.
Snout. Then we got this. So let's have a look.
Ah, this chap is Lord Malcolm Schmidt. I've met him in the house a number of times. A great speaker, although I'm not sure all of it makes a good deal of sense.
Looks most distinguished.
Generally, yes, though not so much when food is around. He can get quite raucous at times.
Can we take it off?
There is apparently a safe behind this painting, but I can't see any way to get to it. The painting is fastened solidly to the wall.
Got to be some way to get it open somewhere around here.
Okay. What about the vase? Can we take that?
Maybe I'll take this vase.
Why, want to stick your head in it again to get the last bits of stalk out of it?
Because it did say my head fits in it.
A bit more packing tape and this helmet should now fit over my snout.
Yay! Oh, look at it. So, let's go back to the submarine. And hopefully we can talk to our friend the octopus.
Well, I've modified this helmet to be suitable for a giraffe, so it's time to head out. Frumple, you can close the airlock behind me, and I'll attach the hose to the vessel's air supply.
The hose that's held in place with packing tape, that hose, not that it matters. That vase will probably drop off the front before the hose detaches.
I'm really starting to feel that you have no confidence in my abilities.
No,
Yes,
no, I'm
Frumple.
sure everything will be fine. I'm just saying it's a good job I know the kiss of life, that's all.
Right, here we go then.
Oh, look at him go. Alright, can we talk to the octopus? Greetings.
How do you do, good sir, and how are you this fine day?
Hello! None too clever, truth be told. Got myself stuck in this blasted one. All tangled up down the old tentacles, don't you know?
I say, how absolutely ghastly for you.
Oh, he doesn't have a name. What name should we give him? Oliver? Oliver Octopus. Or Oscar? Oscar. I like Oscar.
I say this submarine is really quite a splendid vessel, isn't it?
Well, not exactly my kettle of fish, you know. But I suppose for you land dwellers it's a useful contraption.
Yes. Can I help?
I say, you want me to help detangle you from that stuff? Might be a bit tricky for me down here, mind.
Oh, that would be most splendid. Thank you kindly. I'll just pop up to the surface when we're done here, then.
Okay.
Goodbye for now,
Farewell.
old thing. I'll see you back topside, as they say.
Thanks, old boy. Much appreciated, I'm
Good
sure.
boy. Pip pip. Toodaloo. Anything else we can look at? Return to submarine. Okay. I guess we're returning to the submarine. What about this?
Well then, Frumple, we know the tune you need to play.
Oh, very well, if you insist.
Also, we didn't need
Let's
to find
see
the
now.
tune.
Good grief, a piece of paper shot out of the pipe when you
Good
played that
gravy.
last note.
Thought it sounded a bit off.
Bit off.
Let's take a look at this. It says, where we met, where we got engaged, where we married, where Constance was born. I'm not sure this is a great deal of help, but it must connect to this save somehow.
Okay, so where we met, married. Constance. Interesting. So what was
Where
it again?
we met, where we got
Oh,
engaged,
engaged.
where we married, where Constance was born.
Alright, I've written that down in the old notebook, so let's try and find all of that out. Let's help old maid out.
Just pulling at it is just making it tighter. I think this needs cutting off.
Will our handy knife work? It's worked every other
Let's have a
time.
look now. Oh, this will come off easily if I just cut it into a few pieces.
Careful you don't prod him too hard. Had an octopus for a patient once. Tried to give him a reflex test by hitting one of his tentacles with a hammer, and he squirted his filthy ink all over me.
I can hear you, you know.
Right, that's done the trick.
Oh, handy. Let's talk to Oscar. Does he say anything? Wire.
I say, what is this wire stuff anyway?
Nobody really knows. You find it sometimes under the water. Not a blessed clue where it came from or what it's made from, but it's almost invisible. You don't know it's there until it's too late. It must be animal made, but I can't imagine its purpose.
Well, you seem to
free.
be free now, old chap.
Thanks
Old chap.
awfully. I'll be toddling off then. Blasted nuisance. I don't normally come this close to shore, but I was trying to keep away from a ship out at sea. Blasted thing nearly ran into me. Going like the clappers it was, trying to get through that storm.
How peculiar. Did you recognise the ship?
No, never seen it before. These waters are usually so quiet. They seemed very keen to get here, but I don't think they managed it there. The storm was too severe. They're still out there off the coast now, as if they're waiting for something.
All seems a bit odd to me. What knows what
Yeah,
anyone
it's a
want
bit
with
odd.
this desolate little place?
Weird.
Well, farewell then.
Goodbye, old chap.
Old
Thanks
chap.
awfully for the help.
Old bean. wire combination note, dust sheet. Ooh. Well, let's speak to Constance because she might have some of the answers to what we need to know. Your family?
Perhaps we could discuss your family.
History.
Do you know much about how your parents met or where they were married?
Not a great deal, I'm afraid. I know they met on one of my father's expeditions in Africa, but
Okay.
not much beyond that.
What about their wedding or your own birth?
I can't help you, Lord Winklebottom. They moved around so much, you see, and had so many stories. You know, I'm not even sure where I was born. Is that strange?
Well, I mean, in this world, what is born? Is born when her egg was laid or is born when she hatched? Because those could be two different places entirely.
Thank you, miss.
Yeah.
Farewell, Miss Gilfrey.
Does he have anything new? Nope.
Thank you, sir.
Let's check. Maybe the priest knows? Did he marry them? The reverend. I keep calling him a priest. He's a reverend, but does he know?
Reverend, could we talk about the incident? I wonder if we could discuss what you were doing last night.
Why? Whatever do you mean?
Well, we found your prayer book on the stairs to the attic. The same attic where Ambrose disturbed someone, got himself shut in.
You can't think I would do such a thing. I'm an animal of God, Winklebottom. I would never.
And yet, we found something up there that was of great interest to you, as you know.
All right, I admit I was trying to find that wretched machine. I thought I could destroy it and save my good name, but I heard somebody coming up the hall stairs, so I darted out of there and hid in the study. I suppose I dropped my book then.
So you never actually went into the attic?
No, I swear I didn't. And I certainly didn't harm poor Aristotle.
Thank you, Reverend. That'll be all for now.
So who locked the butler in? Weird.
Well, goodbye for now.
God be with you, my son.
Interesting. Well, we had the wedding photo. Can we have a look? Does it tell us?
Ah, look at this. It's Gilfrey and Ethelbert on their wedding day. A splendid time was had by all, I can assure you, Frumple. Such a tragedy Ethelbert had passed away so young.
Yes, terrible business. Just terrible.
Well, if he was there, if he's saying, I assure you, was he there? Does he know where it was? Evidently, he's not going to tell us. Can we
may
take
be
the
able to make
photo?
use of this wedding photograph.
Careful, old thing. You're getting nearly as bad as that pilfering pelican.
Who else might know? So were they... Or maybe their friend.
Hold on a moment, Frumple. Let's take stock. I'm rather afraid we're not getting anywhere with this investigation.
Does seem like a bit of a tricky one even for you. We have plenty of suspects, but little proof.
Quite. We seem to have got everything we can out of interrogating people. We're still no closer to knowing who did it. It's so infuriating.
Pity old Gilfrey didn't let you know in advance what his plans were. Might have given us a clue as to why someone was so intent on stopping him.
We just lost touch over the years. He was busy with research, me with my work, and now it's too late. I should have made more of an effort.
Steady on, old chap. You weren't to know. That's just how life is sometimes.
I just need to solve this case. Catch the fiend who murdered my friend.
I say, what if we could get the Rotter to expose themselves somehow?
Yes, but how? Oh, but wait a moment. Yes, it could just work. Madame Lavinia, she's the key. If she could summon Gilfrey's spirit, he could name the murderer.
Well, I don't want to burst your bubble, old thing, but, well, that's a load of old tosh, isn't it? There's no such thing as ghosts and spirits. Honestly, Winklebottom, you confound me at times.
Of course, we know it's nonsense, but the killer may not. If we can make it look authentic, a seance might cause the killer to reveal himself. If he thinks old Gilfrey's about to finger him, he'd have to escape, or else own up before he was accused.
So all we have to do is fake a seance and wait for the killer to react. Genius. Or insanity. Honestly, I'm not sure which.
Perhaps both, my friend. Right, we should talk to our
Yes.
friendly medium about
Poco no
this.
los dos. Alright, so let's talk to... Is it Lavinia? Yeah, Madame Lavinia.
Madam?
Well, let's ask
You
where
knew Ethelberta
Ethelberta
quite well, I
first.
believe.
Oh, yes. She was a dear, dear friend to me.
I wonder, do you know anything about the circumstances of their matrimony?
Alas, I was unable to attend their wedding as I was on a 2-year-long spiritual retreat.
Okay.
I left shortly after their engagement. I'm not even sure where they wed in the end. They travelled the globe together, so could have been anywhere.
Do you know where they were when they got engaged?
Oh, indeed I do. It was on one of their
South
expeditions
America.
somewhere in South America. She was so excited. Such a sad end. If I take one comfort from all this, it's that at least they are together again, and on a very great new adventure.
Okay. So we've got 2. We just need 2 more. Let's talk about a seance.
Madam, we may have a need of your talents to help us solve this case.
My talents? Whatever can you mean, Lord Winklebottom?
Witchcraft, voodoo, whatever it is you call it. You know, having a chinwag with fellows who have kicked the bucket.
You really must have a wonderful bedside manner, Frumple, but as my candid colleague suggests, we wish to have discourse with the deceased.
You mean a seance? Oh, I don't know. They are difficult to perform. I'm not sure that I have the strength or the ability come to that.
Please, madam, you must. This may be our only chance to catch the killer. And I think you might be surprised by just how effective you are.
Very well, but I can't promise you'll get the answers you seek. We will need the others here to join paws with us. Let me know when you are ready.
Just so we know, what exactly will happen in this little shindig?
I will ask for 3 signs. First, a chill in the air, which will indicate a presence.
I'll write
Next,
that down.
a ringing bell, so we know the spirit is here. Finally, a burst of flame as the spirit shows its power, so we know the connection is strong.
And that's
Okay.
all.
No, then the spirit must show itself to us.
Oh,
It will
God.
appear in the room.
Blimey, how are we going to arrange all that?
Well, we're not ready, so farewell.
Thank you for your time, madam.
Oh, look, we have tentacles up the back of all the chairs, too. Tentacles everywhere. Well, we need a chill in the air, so can we attach some wire to
Now
the
I should be
window?
able to
Ping
open this
that
window from a
open.
distance.
Okay. What about the clock? Because we're able to make
If I
that
attach
make
the
a
wire to the
noise.
hand, then run it around here, I can make the chime ring from a distance.
Oh, okay, so we got 2 things. 2 of the 3. Now fire. Do we...
I'd really rather not.
Okay. We stick it here.
No, I don't think...
Can we stick that there?
This will make quite a flash if it hits the fire.
And now we can stick this.
I'll attach a bit of wire to this envelope. That's all of the wire used up.
Alright. Do we need to get that picture of Constance as an eggo? Can we have a look?
This must be a baby photograph of Constance.
Look at her little bow.
So can we take it?
Maybe this might help with finding the information we need.
How will we...
A large white sheet.
Are we still got... Do we need this again? Maybe. So we need to make a ghost. What could we do? All the bits. Does it need to be duck shaped? Can we like...
This is a
still
portrait of
only look
Gilfrey's
at
late
that.
wife, Ethelberta. She died tragically young a few years ago.
How did she die, anyway?
It was a terrible incident involving an airship.
I say, crashed with her on board?
No, she flew too close to the propellers and, well, you can imagine the rest.
Oh, grisly way to go.
Yeah, okay, so we can't... There's no other options with that. And that's got both of them in it. Can we cut up
I
the
don't
sheet?
wish to ruin a perfectly good sheet, but needs must.
Ah. Oh, we got a hole. Okay. Maybe it doesn't need to be duck-shaped. Maybe it could be anyone. It's just got to be a ghost. Let's ask. Let's
Madam?
let her know. Let's give this a try. We'll see how we go.
Well, madam, we are ready to start the seance.
Very well. You gather the others, and I'll prepare.
Ooh. Here we go.
Firstly, if the spirits are here, we should feel a chill in the room.
Ooh.
Spirits, come to us now. Oh.
Okay.
Good, good. Spirits, if you are with us, chime a bell so that we may know.
We may know. Look at her go.
Good, good.
Good.
Spirits, show us your power. Light up this room with flame. Oh. Good, good. Now, spirits, manifest your physical form.
Okay.
Show yourselves to us.
I'm gonna try and put it on our friend Frumple.
Now, Frumble, it's your turn.
Okay.
Yes! I mean, woo, I am a scary ghost, woo.
Good, good.
Oh, maybe it's meant to be the axolotl. Why did I think it was the duck?
Spirits are here. Tell us, spirit, do you have a message for us?
Oh, yes, I'll say.
And what is the message?
Well, I'm jolly cross about being killed and all that, and I'll tell you all who the blessed Rosser is if they don't own up right this instant. And I'll probably haunt them for all time, too.
Does anybody in the circle wish to respond to the spirit?
Oh, come on.
Oh, go on. Oh,
Nope.
well, I suppose I'll be off then. Goodbye.
Oh well, I suppose we are finished here. It seems the spirits were unable to help us. Such a pity. I really felt like there was a presence manifesting this time.
Oh. Oh, something did happen.
Well, we did our best.
I was rather splendid, wasn't I?
As I say, we did our best. I must say I'm rather at a loss to know what to do now. If only the sounds had achieved something.
But it has. Let's go. Let's go. Check out the crypt. Something's happening. A hoof. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, let's have a look. We got a glow.
Good
Ooh.
grief, what the dickens is that?
Winklebottom, I don't like this. No, not one bit.
Steady on, old thing. It seems harmless. I wonder, could Madame Lavinia's seance have actually worked?
No, this is wrong, blasted. Unholy. I want no part of this.
I wonder, though, this is Ethelberta's grave. Could it possibly be?
Can we talk to her? Greetings?
Greetings, madam?
No longer here. Just memories.
Memories.
I shall be doing my best to wipe this horror from my own memory, that's for sure.
You are a ghost?
You, I take it, are a ghost? A spirit? Of Ethelberta?
I remember Ethelberta, but nothing more.
Seems like we might need to jog her memory if we're to get any sense from her.
I remember a flash, a child. Then I was blown here on the wind.
Typical. She missed out my bit.
Okay.
Well then, madam, thank you for your time.
Not much time now. I remember her. Who else should I remember?
Can we show her the photos?
Perhaps you remember this.
My dear Aristotle, how could I forget? We were wed in New York.
Oh, New York. Where's my pen? North America. Okay. What about the ego?
Perhaps you remember this?
Sweet Constance, how could I forget? Born in Paris.
Paris.
Such happy
Europe.
days.
I do believe we now have the information we need to crack the code.
Interesting. So that's it. So do we go use the puzzle box? Let's have a look. Here it is. Let's have a go. So we have Africa, then South America, then North America, and then Europe.
By Jove, I think we've done it.
Hooray! Ooh.
Well, well, what do we have here?
Maybe now we'll find out what was going to happen here.
Well then, let's see what we have here.
I say, that skull is a bit strange. Never seen anything quite like it. Close to a primate skull, but not any species I know.
There are papers in here too. This must be what Price was looking for. Let's take a look.
Well, what have you found?
I'm afraid that a lot of the technical mumbo-jumbo is rather beyond me, but it would appear that this skull is the key to it all. He discovered it on one of his expeditions and has done a lot of work analysing it.
And he was planning to announce this discovery to the world.
Apparently so, but I'm not clear on why he thought it so important. I think he wanted help with the announcement, or guidance maybe. Hence inviting religious and spiritual representatives, a journalist, a popular entertainer, all people who could help him get a message out.
And we're rather popular public figures too, of course. But look, Winklebottom, I'm sure this is all very interesting, but it doesn't help us with the question of who bumped off the poor chap.
You're quite right, as always, Frumple. I think perhaps we need to talk to all the suspects at once and solve this crime once and for all.
You don't
Yay.
mean...
Yes, Frumple, let's gather the suspects together in the drawing room.
Oh, I do
Yes.
enjoy this part.
Me too. So who do we think has done it? I don't know. Papers? Maybe the toad? But then she wanted papers too.
As you all
the
know, my good
chameleon.
friend Admiral Gilfrey died last night. After investigating his death, myself and Dr. Frumple have determined that it was no accident. Somebody wanted Gilfrey silenced, and they wanted it so badly that they'd resorted to murder.
And what's more, that person is in the room with us right now.
Yes, I think that was rather implied, Frumple. Now, all of you were invited here by Gilfrey, and several of you had ideas why that was so. All of you were wrong. Now, to recap. Yesterday, guests started arriving here. At some point, we don't know when, somebody dumped a large quantity of salt into Gilfrey's water supply, an action that ultimately led to his death.
Rotten way to go.
Now, as well as killing Gilfrey, it seems the criminal was also looking for something. They were searching the attic when they were disturbed by Ambrose, the butler. They ran and locked him in order to escape without anybody sounding the alarm. They escaped the house, briefly dropping the key to the cellar, which they'd also locked to hide their crime. Something must have gone wrong though, as we know that nobody is missing, so they presumably returned here after failing to escape the island.
Well, go on then. Who was it?
Well, Frumple, that's the interesting question. I'm afraid that right now I don't know the answer. But let us examine the facts and discuss the subject one at a time. Reverend Peabody, we know that you went up to the attic at one point, and we also know what you have been looking for up there. You have a secret, and you were terrified Gilfrey would reveal it.
But you can't mean... I didn't.
No, I think not. So what about Beryl? You've worked for Gilfrey for years, but felt hurt that he didn't reciprocate the feelings you had for him. Perhaps you finally snapped and decided that if you couldn't have him, nobody could.
Oh, my lord! I never...
No? Well then, let's turn to Sir Winslet. You believe that Gilfrey didn't approve of you. In point of fact, you were wrong about that, and the reason you're here is that he valued you as a journalist and wanted you to help with his announcement.
Oh, I see.
Plus, of course, there's the matter of the inheritance. You are not a rich cat, but Constance is now a very wealthy lady. With the supposed impediment to your union out of the way, your money woes are over.
Now, come on, old thing, be serious.
Very well, let's move on. To Dame Celia. With the narcissism typical of members of the acting profession, you actually believe that Gilfrey invited everybody here to reveal your closely guarded secret. Is this enough of a reason for you to kill?
Will you stop going on about my bill, young man? There's nothing in it.
Stupid bat left the trumpet in the other room.
Well, no matter. We still have other suspects, such as Madame Lavinia.
Oh! No, you can't suspect me.
And why not? You believe, incorrectly as it turns out, that you are a fraud. Gilfrey, a rational chap, might want to expose this to the
Rational
world.
chap.
Maybe fearing this, you took matters into your own hooves.
But
I'm not finished yet. We still have Miss Price to consider.
Of course, you'd forget about me until the end.
You worked with Gilfrey, helped him with his research. Maybe you feared he would take all the credit for your work. After all, he took your notes and papers. Perhaps a lifetime of being underappreciated boiled over and you did away with him.
Perhaps. Is that what you really think, Mr. Winklebottom?
No, probably not. However, that is just about everybody, except for Mr. Spode here. I suppose there could be something we don't know about Gilfrey's legal matters that could give you a motive.
Could be, old boy, but there isn't.
No, Spode has been Gilfrey's solicitor for years. Hard to imagine him suddenly developing a sudden desire to murder him.
So what now? Who did it?
Who's the killer? I'll tell you. Right now. The killer. The killer is...
Yes? Who?
I don't know.
Oh.
Last, I was rather hoping they might be gracious enough to expose themselves at this point.
Oh, bugger. So what now? More questioning?
Well,
Actually, sir, if you don't mind, I
Oh,
have a
Pidge.
question for you.
He's back
Culver,
awake.
glad to see you back in the land of the living. What is it?
Well, sir, I was just wondering why you keep referring to this fellow as Spode.
Because that's who he
Spode.
is. Spode of Spode and Flabernacle Solicitors.
No, he isn't. Look, sir, I spend a lot of time in court giving evidence and what have you. I know Spode, both of them in fact, and this chap isn't him.
Damn your eyes. Price, follow me now.
Good night,
Right.
everyone.
It was both of them. Oh.
Damn it, the lights are out. Somebody,
Okay.
stop them.
So we were close. We did think it was one or the other, but it was both of them. That makes sense. Okay.
Quickly, Frumple, hurry. We mustn't lose track of them.
Easy for you to
Yes.
say with those whacking great stilts you call legs. Now where have the buggers got to?
This way. They're heading off in the direction of the forest.
Okay. This is how we find the forest. Okay. Now where
Now
do we go? Yes.
I'm sure they came in here. We can't be far behind them, but which way did they go? There must be some clue.
Oh, this thing? This little squidgely thing? Okay. Forwards. Forwards. Forwards again. Oh, gotta be quick. That way. That.
Finally, a way through.
Oh, thank
Frumple,
goodness.
Look. What's that coming through the mist?
What is it? Is it a person?
I say, I don't much care for that thing. What on earth is it?
My God, Frumple. It's an abomination.
He's making a run for it.
After him, he may lead us to Price and our imposter, Spode.
Spode to Toad. Who's not Spode? We made it to the lighthouse.
Ugh, I'm all covered in dried twigs and leaves from the forest. No sign of that creature, or Price or Spode, but they must surely have come this way.
They must be inside this lighthouse. We've got them trapped.
Okay, can we go in the door?
It's locked. Damn it.
Of
Sneaky
course.
buggers. Let's find another way in.
Yes. Well, we've got only other option.
The doors are locked tight with a padlock.
We'll have to get it open somehow. We have to find them.
Can we crowbar?
It's no good. The padlock is too strong to prise off with the crowbar. This is locked tight. I can't get it off.
Remember how the Limehouse lizards cracked open that safe containing the Duchess's pearls? We could do the same. Blast the blasted thing off.
Problem is, I don't have anything to blast it open with.
Here, I still have some of that gunpowder we took from the caves. Thought I'd
Oh,
grab
thank
some
God.
extra
I thought
just
we'd
in
have to
case.
go back.
You can have the rest of the contents in my pockets too, in case it's of any use.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So we want
Right,
gunpowder.
I'm going to pour this gunpowder into the padlock.
Do we need to make a fuse?
I'll place some of the thread from this sewing kit into the lock and run it a safe distance.
Can we make a fire with twigs?
I can generate a bit of heat with this tinder, but the fuse isn't lighting. I need to make it more flammable.
Oh, can we put this onto
I'd
this?
really rather not.
Can we pour that onto that?
Okay, I soaked the fuse in the last dregs of oil from this lantern.
Okay.
Now it should light.
Right. So let's try the twigs again.
Okay, hopefully I can use these twigs to generate a bit of a spark. Aha!
It's going.
Ha!
Stand back, old thing. Who's over the old lugs, what?
No.
Almost there now.
This is it. This is...
Well, that was disappointing. I wanted a bit more of a... But can we crowbar it now?
That's it! The padlock is off. Finally I can open this hatch.
Ooh, I'm on a screen light.
My god, Frumple, what is this place? Just what has been happening here?
Yes. Oh, who is that? Oh, I want to know, but I want to look at everything first. Let's look at these. No, cupboard.
I say, a chap could probably hide in here if he or she wanted to.
The same thought had crossed my mind, old thing. Okay, ready? Aha!
No.
Oh well, better look next time, eh?
Table.
Good grief, what macabre experiments have occurred down here?
This equipment looks like it can deliver a heck of a shock to the system. Might be useful to kickstart a chap's ticker.
Or start one up from scratch, perhaps?
Tubes.
What on earth are these things?
They're abhorrent, blasphemous creatures. Ugly blighters too.
I wonder, could these
Thanks,
be related to
Frumple.
that strange skull Gilfrey found?
Their noggins would seem to be about the right shape, though these poor chaps don't look like the healthiest specimens of whatever species they are.
That creature outside, though. Are these previous attempts to create that thing? Is that even possible?
Dashed if I know. I can help chaps keep hold of life, but creating it from nothing? Fellows that did that would be a damn sight cleverer than me, that's for sure.
Well, this doesn't help us with our immediate concern in any case.
Chemicals.
Various chemicals and concoctions, a cure for what ails you?
Wouldn't go sipping those willy-nilly. Some nasty stuff there.
Can we read a book?
A book about something called DNA. Mean anything to you, Frumple?
Looks like biology, but nothing I was ever taught. If I don't know about it, it's likely just bunkum and balderdash.
Oh, okay, Frumple. Seems legit. Well, let's talk to our friend.
I say, Winklebottom, who's this unfortunate figure?
Quickly, Frumple, we should get this gag out of his mouth. Right, old boy, soon have this out of your mouth.
Oh, thank you, sirs. I rather feared my number was up. What on earth is going on here?
That was rather going to be my question. May I ask with whom I have the pleasure of conversing?
Oh, how rude of me. My apologies. I am Ulysses Spode of Spode, and Flabbernacle.
Oh,
at your service,
so
sir.
cute.
I say, you're the fellow that Toad chap is impersonating. Not that he tricked me for a second, you understand.
He tied me up just as I arrived at the island. Asked all sorts of questions about me and my client, Mr. Gilfrey. You know the Admiral?
Yes, indeed, and I'm afraid I have some rather sad news in that regard. However, right now we must urgently search his laboratory. We're really in an awful hurry.
Oh, be careful. There's something ghastly going on in here. Have you seen that thing? That creature, all hairless and pallid? Oh, never in all my days have I set eyes on such a thing.
We'll be careful, and we'll be back to set you free as soon as possible.
Oh, don't mind me, old thing. I'll just wait here until you're ready.
Okay. What about the door? Can we go out the
It's
door?
locked. Spode and Price could be through here.
Bloody locked doors. As soon as we get back to London, I'm getting one of those skeleton keys that Charlie Weasel used for breaking into all those nightclubs.
What on earth? Why has the light gone out?
Who is it? What's happening?
Ow! I say, what was that?
Ouch! Something bloody well stabbed me.
Gentlemen.
Price, what's going on here? And where is Spode?
Oh, Mr. Winklebottom. I'm sorry it had to come to this. Why did you have to start poking your noses into things that don't concern you? I just wanted to be left alone with my work, but you wouldn't let me, would you? The same as Gilfrey wouldn't let me.
I don't understand. Are you saying you killed Gilfrey?
I didn't, as it happens. But does it matter, really? He had to be stopped. He was going to tell the world about my discovery. Stop my experiments.
That creature.
It is not a creature. It is a human.
I say, a what?
A human. Homo sapiens, if you want its scientific name. Oh, you'd find them fascinating, Doctor. Before the world as we know it existed, they ruled the earth, you know, built great cities and fought terrible wars. They were like gods.
Sounds like you want to take their place. You're playing God.
I have recreated them. Just a tiny trace of biological matter on that skull was all I needed. From just that, I was able to create cells. And from cells, a whole body.
Took you a few goes, though, by the looks of it.
Nobody's perfect, Mr. Frumple. The mistakes were unfortunate, but an essential step in my work. And the final result, well, he is perfect.
I'm starting to see why Gilfrey wanted to stop you. It was you he was trying to get rid of, wasn't it? He wanted you off the island and your work stopped.
He didn't understand. Wanted to just tell the world about everything. They would have taken my creation from me. Lucky for me that others wanted the secret kept too.
The imposter, Spode.
He's their representative. He's just here to help get me and my work away from this place. His organization is most insistent that this discovery is kept secret from the general public. They, at least, appreciate me.
It was him, wasn't it? He poisoned Gilfrey to keep him quiet.
No, sorry. That's enough. I've just been keeping you talking long enough for the poison to kick in.
Oh
It
no!
should be well into your
Oh yeah, I
system by
forgot.
now. Can you feel it?
Oh, I'm feeling a bit peaky, old thing.
Me too, Frumple.
I'm sorry I had to do it. But you would have stopped me, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
I had to
probably.
get off the island with my work like we planned before the wretched storm ruined everything.
Wait, stop. Let's discuss this like civilized animals. It's not too late.
Sorry, Mr. Winklebottom. The boat should be here by now, and you've most kindly found the papers Gilfrey took from me. We've been searching high and low for these. And you've brought the skull, too, I see. I'll have those.
Wait, No. Frumple. Frumple, snap out of it.
I don't feel so good, old thing.
Quickly, we need to find an antidote. I need you, Dr. Frumple.
Okay, what do we need?
Ah, Doctor, I
We're
need
tripping.
a doctor. Come on, old boy, you have to help. There are lots and lots and lots and oh, I'm repeating myself. The point is, there must be something we can do with all these chemicals.
Give me a moment, I need to think in my head. Ah, I know.
Well?
Okay.
Well, I remember my school holidays in summer running through the grass. The colour of the leaves on the trees, everything was so happy then.
I'm not sure this is helpful.
It just popped into my head when I was thinking about how to make an antidote.
Okay, so we need green.
Chin chin, old boy, and down the hatch. Ugh.
Ugh. Okay. Now what? Now what?
Come on, Frumple, concentrate.
Met a chap one day who had made the most delicious honey. I got it all over my face and clothes. When Nanny washed it off, it left the
Nanny?
bathwater such a lovely colour, like liquid sunlight.
So we want a yellow. Ugh.
I hope this tastes better than it looks. No, it was worse.
Alright, now what, Frumps? No, we
Hello
don't care.
there, would you like...
No manners, that's the...
I don't care about them. Ugh. Ugh. Frumples, help us.
I really hope some part of you knows what you're doing here, old thing.
One day I stayed out too late and it started to get dark. I stumbled and fell into a ditch. The brambles cut my arms and legs something wicked.
Oh, so
The
we want
blood
red.
stained my lovely white shirt a terrible colour.
Purple? No. Red. No! Red. No, not purple!
I say, I'm not...
No.
Well, that was... I don't know if I'm doing this right.
Oh no. No.
Come on, old boy.
Well, I remember my school holidays in summer.
So we need to
running
start
through the-
again. Okay, so let's go with the green.
Chin chin, old boy. Ugh.
Let's... No, I don't care
Hello,
about the
Nat.
tubes.
That's the...
Oh, this is so hard.
Come on, Frumble.
Met a chap one day who had made the most...
Yellow.
I hope this tastes better than it looks. No.
Okay, so now...
I really hope some...
One day I stayed...
Okay, so now we want the red. No, not purple. Red. No! No!
Chin chin, old boy.
No, 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 no.
Ugh. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, okay. So we... Can we do it? Flippin' heck.
Chin chin, old boy, and down. Ugh.
Okay, so then we want... Yellow.
I hope this... No.
Now we want red. Come on, let's get it. Red. Yes!
Well, here's muddy. Blah.
Okay, now we need to talk to Frumps again.
Is there any more, my friend?
Eventually the end of summer came. I had to go back to school and those rotters who called me names. I spent the last day just laying down and looking up at the clear summer sky, hoping the day would never end. Still remember the colour even now.
Okay, so we want blue, which is that little one. Blue.
Okay, bottoms up. Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh,
Oh, my head. My word. Those chemicals tasted absolutely foul.
They did the job though, eh?
Indeed they did. Well done, my scholarly sidekick.
We'd better get a move on though. Catch up with the rogues before they scarper.
Yes, come on. Let's head back outside and see what's happening.
yes. Oh, there he is.
Spode.
Well, no. But I'm sure you know that by now. I thought I got away with that, you know. Would have
for you
too, if
meddling
not for
kids.
you meddling mammals. Just needed to play for a bit of time for our boat to arrive and get myself, Price, and her creation away from here.
You did it, didn't you? You killed Gilfrey.
The old fool was going to go public about what he'd found. We couldn't allow that.
Why not? What harm would it do?
Harm? My dear Winklebottom, it would be catastrophic.
Ooh.
So much of what we
Why?
think of as our society comes from them, you know. The humans. We cannot allow their existence to become public knowledge.
And so, just for that, you killed him.
No choice. We needed to tie up all the loose ends. Keep him from talking and get Price, her creature, and the research off the island.
Only you couldn't, could you? You didn't know about the safe, so couldn't find his papers. And then, having wasted time looking for them, the storm stopped you getting away.
Inconvenient, that was. Fortunately, we ran into Spode, and as nobody else knew him, that gave me a convenient cover to carry on looking for the research. A solicitor looking through papers. Nobody would give a second thought.
But why not just talk to Gilfrey, explain things to him? You didn't need to kill him.
Too big a risk. Whatever else the humans were, they made sure everybody knew their place in the world. Kept order. We need that. Our society has been shaped, molded into a replica of theirs to keep our own instincts at bay. Imagine if that got out. It would be chaos. us.
Well, you've buggered it up now, haven't you? We all know, and we're not going to keep quiet about it.
He's got a gun!
Oh,
What?
Dr. Frumple, you and the others are never leaving this island. I'm sorry, but that's how it's got to be. This whole thing goes far deeper than you know. And I'm afraid the two of you are just some more loose ends that I need to deal with.
You absolute bounder.
Yes. Also, how would you stop the pigeon and the pelican from leaving the island? You get him, Frumple. You get him. Oh.
No! Get off us, you fool! You'll have us all over the edge!
Frumple!
No! Oh God, I hope he's okay. Not the cup of tea. Ooh, we're right at the end. Loose ends. Look at him sit. Oh my God.
Well then, Culver, can I
That
offer you a
looks
cup
very
of tea before you
uncomfortable.
go?
Most kind, sir. Most kind. I say, lovely service, wasn't it? Dr. Frumple would have enjoyed it, I think.
Indeed so, indeed so. Reverend Peabody gave a most moving sermon.
All of it quick, to my mind. But I suppose they know what they're doing.
Indeed, the impetuousness of youth, I suppose. Winslet and Constance looked very happy in any case, and Miss
Okay,
Clutterbuck
it's a
was very
wedding.
overjoyed that she caught the bouquet.
Shame old Frumple couldn't be there.
Okay.
Have you seen him today?
Not yet. They say he should be out of hospital in a day or so. I think his demands for tea are starting to test the patients and the nurses, truth be told.
And he still has no idea how he managed to get back onto the beach after his fall.
None at all. I suspect we'll never know.
Oh, Oscar helped us out. Thank you, my good friend.
Well, anyway, how goes the case? Still no sign of the fellow who was impersonating Spode?
Not a trace of him. Nor this creature you claim to have seen. He almost certainly died in the fall.
And Miss Price?
Oh, she's being most helpful. We've got a full confession. Honestly, I think she was just happy that somebody was paying attention to her for once. She'll be charged as an accessory to Gilfrey's murder.
Well then, I suppose that just about wraps everything up.
Well, there is just one thing. Price had these notes on her, and this weird-looking skull. The boys at the yard don't know what to do with them, so I rather thought you might want to keep them.
Oh, Inspector Culver, I most assuredly do.
Do you think you'll go public with all this? Tell people what you know?
That will require some thought. Spode believed our whole society would collapse if people knew the truth, but, you know, I rather suspect we'll continue to muddle on just fine.
Well, let me know if you do decide to tell the world. I rather think I might just take a holiday that week.
Most wise, Inspector. Well now, how about that cup of tea?
Oh, yes. Very kind.
And this time I'll be sure to put the tea in first, just the way Frumple likes it.
Did he? Oh. Let's have a look. Oh, Lord Winklebottom does it again. No mention of Frumple. Gilfrey murder cracked by Winklebottom. Oh, and just a little bit of Frumps. Oh, poor Frumple. He gets ignored every time. Okay. Is that it? Nope. Oh, look at him. Oh, and a capybara.
Well, old thing, how are you feeling now?
Well, not too bad, all things considered. They say it must have cracked me cranium on some rocks when it fell into the water. Doctor says nothing important was damaged, though.
Oh, just your head then?
Anyway, have the papers picked up on the case? What are they saying about me?
Well, I shouldn't worry yourself about that right now. My immediate concern is what to do about the research we found regarding these humans. Spode, or whoever he really was, seemed to think society would collapse if people found out about them.
I mean, it's a bit of a shock that these fellows ran the place before us, but look, if they were such clever clogs, what happened to them? Can't be that smart if they wiped themselves out.
Gilfrey's research
Yes,
doesn't
what
say.
did happen to us?
Whatever happened to them, it didn't leave a lot of evidence, just traces really, underground or in deep caves. I suppose somebody must have found books or documents and set about moulding our society along the lines of theirs. It must have taken centuries, though.
Some kind of secret society shaping the world? Sounds like utter bunkum to me. Anyway, what are we going to do about it? We have to tell people, don't we?
You know, Frumple, I'd rather think we do. We can't keep this secret. If people know the truth, then we can decide for ourselves. There's no reason to follow the path trodden by these long-dead humans. It's our world now, and I believe we have a duty to find our own way in it.
Plus,
Yes.
I'm bound to get a mention in the newspaper if we do.
Indeed so, Frumple. Well, I'm going to go and make a few arrangements, and then, once you're fighting fit again, we shall have a big announcement to make.
Excellent. Thanks, Frumple. What do we got? Lord Winklebottom and Mr. Dumple. Aww. Special thanks. There we go. Anything else? Is that it? Oh.
My, oh my. No, this won't do. This won't do at all. Send out the word. I want
this like
Lord
our Moriarty?
Winklebottom, dead or alive.
Yes. Does this mean we're going to get a part 2 and a second one? Oh, I hope so. Oh, looks like some of them were perhaps named after pets. Okay. Okay. Well, that was so much fun. I really enjoyed that. I really did. It's just my kind of humor. I love the voices. It was very visually stunning to look at. And I really hope we get a second one. It is a couple of years old now. I don't know if something is in the mix, but I would hope so. Oh, we got even more. Oh, we left him.
I say, Chabs, any chance you could let me out now? Getting a bit peckish here now.
Oh, poor chap.
Chaps? Chaps?
Oh no. Oh, I hope he's okay. Poor little thing. Okay, yeah, that is it. Well, like I said, I really enjoyed that one. Really my kind of thing. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, let me know. Leave me a comment, like it. Really love if you subscribed. It would really help the channel. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed that one. A little bit different to what we normally do. A little bit of the cozy, not quite the horror, more a murder mystery, but it was fun. It was fun. Some of the puzzles, especially in that first half, the first part that we played, were a little obscure at times. But once you got used to the fact that sometimes you click something and you trigger something so you can re-click it and you get more options. Now I know that, it became a little bit simpler in the second half. But yeah, no, really fun. Loved the characterization, loved everything. Really fun. And I do hope there is a second one. But yeah, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it too, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.